Hello, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy Sunday. All that stuff. This is my update video for my A Song of Ice and Fire 128 character bracket. Yeah. Hi. Welcome to something to talk about. This is my week 2, and I'm filming it like an hour before I put out, which I never do. so so here we go. I did this last week. I did a little bit of an update. A few of you guys watched it. I figure whatever, I'll do them when I have the chance. Again, just like last week, I got a weekend off. I don't have the next 2 weekends off, so I probably won't do them for the next couple of weeks, but I have a weekend off and the daughter's napping, so I can squeeze in a little bit of filming. So yeah, if you don't know what this is, so I've been running this huge tournament, this thing, the 128 A Song of Ice and Fire character tournament preview. That was the preview, but I've been running this tournament, and yeah. So what it looks like is, I think these are the playoffs. So I have 16 different tournaments I'm doing every single week, and the winners go into these playoffs. So it's 16 different tournaments of 8. So the North was last week, and the Great John Umber won. And then this week, we're going to get into who won the Beyond the Wall, who will be going up against Great John in like July or whatever, when the playoffs start. Sure, do 1 week. This is week 2. So yeah, you guys clicked on the thumbnail. I didn't need to say all that. This is what this is. So yeah, let's figure out who won the Beyond the Wall. So did I get a here? Let me get the bracket out so we can look at it first. So this is the bracket. So Weeper versus Rattleshirt, Ygritte versus Long Spear Rick, Magnar of Them versus Harma Dog's Head, and Mance Raider versus Tormund Giantsbane. So the first match did it was Weeper Rattleshirt. And yeah, if you can look at that screenshot, you see I spelled Rattleshirt wrong. No one told me on this one. They waited until his next match. So yeah, the Weepers surprisingly lost to Rattleshirt, and that's what most of the comments were kind of reflecting. Is a lot of them were like, "Here we go, the Reaper's going to win," right? So this first one from Meds94 said, "If the Weeper somehow loses it, it's because he isn't a well-known enough character. Dude is one of the most skilled wildlings, a straight killer. The Weeper rivals Mance, who kicked John's ass, who would have slaughtered Rattleshirt." See, he even spelled it right there. No one told me still. All right. The Weeper, I'm scared of MFs that will cut out your eyes. Yeah, because the Weeper will cut out your eyes. But as you see, Rattleshirt won. So whether or not that was because more people know who Rattleshirt is, because Lord of Bones was actually on the Game of Thrones TV show, or he's just a bigger character. In like the first time I went through the books, I don't even think I remember the Weeper that much, right? It took me a few times until the Weeper really stood out. Now I've made a video for the Weeper, and I love the Weeper, and I definitely thought he was going to win, and I actually voted. I don't vote for him, but I was like, he's going to win, right? But as we see, no, he fell to Rattleshirt, which is the first match, and it was definitely changed the trajectory of this entire bracket, I think. I do think if the Weeper won, he would have made it to the finals and actually would have had a chance against the other guy who made it to the finals, which, Rattleshirt absolutely didn't. So then Ygritte versus Longspear Rick. Longspear Rick kind of had a chance here. Some people, I, yeah, let's just get into it. So the first one from Digop. I got a lot of Digop on here, and I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying it Digop, but yeah, Digop 34-35. I think Longspear Rick should take this one. He fought 2 of Tormund's sons at the same time to steal Munda, Tormund's daughter, and protected Ygritte by breaking the arm of an intended lover. So yeah, even though he seems like a bit contradictory in his actions, apparently he's a cool dude. Yeah, he's kind of a cool dude. I do like Longspear Rick. I have done a video for him. I do like him. And then Ryan Williams said, "Come on, guys. No one would start a battle to the death 40 yards apart. Bows aren't made for close encounters. He'll break her arms like the guy who tried to steal it." Well, apparently not. I'm glad I put some archers in here. I put a lot of archers in this whole bracket, right? Not even just this one, but there's a few in just this one. But I got like uh I got what's his name? In the on the wall one, I got Almer of the Kingswood, which is a archer. I have Theon Greyjoy, not Reek, but Theon, who's an archer. I got a few archers in here. So, and then just a few in here. Like, I would absolutely call both Longspear Rick and Ygritte archers. So, you know, I guess we'll see. But yeah, Ygritte did win. And I'm not sure what did, maybe it was a popularity thing again, but I mean, she does hold her own. Like, there's no reason to think that Longspear Rick, they grew up the same in the same village. Like, both are part of the same two different war bands that did the same stuff. I don't know what makes people think that Ygritte would be worse of a fighter than Longspear Rick. And I did get a couple, dude, it's a girl. No way a girl's gonna. I'm rolling my eyes at that. Like, come on. Like, girls can beat up dudes. It's like, what are we doing here? This, was this the 50s? Like, no woman should be allowed. They don't have muscles. All right. Yeah. Anyways, so I do have plenty of chicks in here. So I hope that every time a girl comes up, nobody like that doesn't always come up. Like, no way, it's a female. Female with a sword. Swords hurt. Arrows hurt. Like, the arrow ain't gonna be any weaker when it penetrates your heart, dude. Like, all right. Anyways, like, ever hear of Street Fighter? Chun-Li's the best. I know it's a video game. It's a joke. Okay. The next fight. So going over to the other side of the bracket, I had Stira Magnar of Then versus Harma Dog's Head. So this was a stomp. This was Stomp City. The other matches, if we go back, we got like a 61 to 39, 39. Oh, 61 to 39. I didn't even notice the exact same there. And then this was the first stomp of this week's bracket. It's not the last one, but yeah, no one. I got a lot of people who didn't even know who she was. Like, um, yeah. So it said Magnar is better than, as in Then Harma, which I thought was pretty funny. That's what Lord Terran of Ice and Fire said. And then Bob Roberts said, "Does Harma get a bonus if she recently sacrificed a dog?" I'd say she does. Like Bob Roberts, great name. Yeah, so yeah, as the first big stop, I did get a comment not knowing who Harma was. Somebody's like, I just love these random ones you're grabbing, and it's like, yeah, man, Harma's the great. She sacrifices a dog every fortnight. We all educated the person and just said who she was. But yeah, Harma didn't make it very far. All right. Okay, so Mance Raider versus Tormund Giantsbane. So that was, of course, the first really big one. And I'm surprised that this was, I'm not surprised that this was close, but it was literally 1% off from these two. I can't believe I'm now noticing that. Oh, wow. So Mance just, I didn't say barely won, but it was a little closer. So Mance all the way, he pretty much bested all the Wildling champions to become King Beyond the Wall. Mance doesn't fight a bunch of, or doesn't Mance fight a bunch of these guys to win their respect. Can't remember if Tormund was one of them. I don't think he was. So according to Tormund, in the books, he does say, like, the reason why Mance is leading us, even though I could probably beat him in a fight, and even though my Tormund is bigger than his, he's got, cunning. He's smart. And that's why he's ruling us. And so Tormund thinks that he can beat Mance. That doesn't mean that Tormund can beat Mance. It just means that Tormund thinks he can. There was somebody who used that as like George tells us straight out that Tormund did. That Tormund can beat him. No, George told us straight out that Tormund thinks that Tormund can beat him. Like, that's not the same. I thought he could. I thought Tormund was going to take this, and I thought it was going to make this whole fight or this whole tournament a lot more interesting, because if Mance wins, which he did, Mance fought like half these guys, and I was like, oh no. Like, I knew the next round was going to be against Steer, Magnar Then, and everyone was going to say, dude, you're dumb. They fought once. I know. They fought 3 times. I know. But I should have had them on opposite sides of the bracket. Okay, I didn't though. But yeah, Mance is a beast. He will definitely be the winner of the Beyond the Wall bracket. Yeah, you were not too far off, Ellie McBride. Um, yeah. So, by the way, if I haven't said it before, thank you for everybody who's commenting. I love taking these. I never really get to share people's comments, and this is like the first time I actually kind of get to. So it's been really cool. All right, so we're getting into round two for the semifinals, and we had Rattleshirt, who I'm still spelling wrong, versus Ygritte. And I finally got corrected. Somebody's like Rattle with a T. And like, so I put out a comment on it like, guys, I made a mistake. I did it wrong. Why didn't you guys correct me the first time? I wouldn't. I did it twice. You guys thought I was gonna get smarter like 4 days later? Not gonna happen. Trust me. I've been waiting a lot longer than 4 days to get more intelligent, and it's not happened yet. All right. Another die gop said, "Wait, the Weeper lost." Yeah, the Weeper lost. Dang. So this isn't. So in this tourney, anyone can actually win. Yeah, absolutely. That might be kind of realistic, given that all the chance is to upset, like how in real life, um, that is also a thing can happen. Yeah. The most skilled, the most strong person is the most likely person to win. But if you've watched boxing or played any type of competitive thing, or I don't know why I just said boxing, but any type of like sports, the crappier teams have beat better teams, right? Like I play fighting games. I have a friend who's better at fighting games. I get a win every once in a while. I'm worse than him, but I made the right decisions when he made the wrong one once, and I won, right? And that, I don't really think that's exactly how these brackets go, but we can't just think because logic dictates one thing, because this isn't just logic and lore. There are people who haven't read the books, or they read the books less and they don't remember somebody, or even if they're like, I know blank can beat blank, but the other blank's my favorite character, so I'm gonna have him win. And all that's valid because this is just a dumb tournament and it's fun. So the fact that Weeper lost, as much as I was like, man, I really wanted the Weeper to win because I wanted to see Weeper Mance, the people wanted Rattleshirt, so the people got Rattleshirt. And they got Radul shirt. That's the one I gave them. So yeah. Anyways, I'm for this one, I'm going with the adult movie actor. Yeah, that's Lord of the Bonin. All right, and then I forgot my name, 88. I don't know. I don't know how an archer made it this far in single comment. All this archer hate. Even if their opponent doesn't have a shield, they'll run out of ammo, and then she is just a teenage girl with no armor. Easy win for Lord of Bones. If she hits him with an arrow between the eye of the giant skull, he's dead. Takes one arrow to kill somebody, right? Takes one swing of an axe too. She also has a sword. He's wearing bones. Not exactly the best armor. Like, he's not wearing steel. But yeah, I don't know. The like Ygritte hate, I'm glad she made it in the semifinals, but I don't know how Rattleshirt freaking made it past her, and I don't know how he made it to the finals. So we got Rattleshirt into the finals, then we got Stir and Mance as the other semifinals. Mance took Stir to Stomp City, so Steer Magnar then. So this earless dude completely stomps Harma, and then Mance completely stomps Steer. So Ryan Williams, this is the only battle we have canon to kill the guesswork. It's true, they fought, like I said, much to my dismay. They fought in the books. We already know it played out 3 times before. No reason we think the 4th time is the charm. Well, because the last time George was writing a book, and this time it's a bunch of nerds voting knee jerk on YouTube polls. So it's a little different situation. Maybe everyone's like, you know what, Steer deserves it. It just everyone gets together and they just get the Magnar then in there. Just the facts be damned. all the purists will be mad, and I will laugh just as much. I'm having fun. Let me fix my hair. There you go. You guys come here for my hair, right? Okay. Rattleshirt versus Nancy. See, I finally spelled it right this time. Look at that. Yeah, Stomp City. So this was only a couple hours ago. So I'm filming this the day it came out. I'm now nervous what's going to happen if I have a finals that's actually really close, because both the finals I've had so far have been kind of Stomp Cities. So like Great John just completely stomped Small John, so I was able to put it out right away. If they're close, it will stop me from making these videos as quick, right? So we'll see. But there's no way this is gonna flip, right? Like I don't think we're gonna get, you know, more than 150 more votes in the next couple days, and somehow they're all going to be for Rattleshirt. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. I'll get more votes for sure because I here. Let's go back. Yeah, see, I break into 300. A lot of these we get quite a lot, usually in the 300 for votes. This one's only 143, but I don't think it will flip. But if it does, then this whole video is wrong, and I will then put, you know, Lord of Bones Ratul shirt into the bracket, right? Like this isn't me cementing it. This is me making a video. So I should just say, so far, Mance is completely taken Rattleshirt to Stomp City, and Rattleshirt's getting burned alive. All right. So yeah. So let's look at the playoffs. So that puts the Great John versus Mance for the first match of the playoffs. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. So that means that next week, so starting tomorrow, I got Eamon the Dragonite versus Aries Oakheart. Tuesday will be Kristen Cole versus Mandan Moore. And Wednesday will be Osmond Kettleblack versus Boros Blount. If that's not the one you're most excited for, come on. I am pumped for the most pointless fight because the winner gets to go against the winner of Osmond Kettleblack versus Boris Blount gets to fight Arthur Dane versus Barrison Selmy. If that's not amazing. So I made Arthur Dane and Barrison Selmy have a really easy second round, but they both have the hardest first rounds pretty much in the entire bracket. Arthur Dane is the winner of the one I did last year where I only had 32 characters, and Arthur Dane went to the finals against what's his name? Oberyn Martell. So yeah, this is a little different, right? So I wanted to put him against Selmy right away because he deserves to, like, all right, you proved it last year, Arthur Dane. Let's give you a really hard first round. And then your second round will be really easy. And then, you know, Eamon the Dragonite or Kristen Cole or maybe even Mandan Moore might give him a run for money. Probably not, but I think that that pretty much this entire bracket, besides Osmond Kettleblack versus Boris Blount, is really strong. I do think the Kingsguard bracket is probably my strongest bracket, like as terms of fighters. But it's all going to come down to Arthur Dane and Sami, and then maybe even the Dragonite, maybe even Kristen Cole. He's beat down a lot of people in the past, so we'll see. There you guys go. This update took a little longer than the last one. I don't know why. Just in the rambling mood, I guess. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to vote. Coming up with the Kingsguard, and yeah, and then so then it was going to be the wall after that in 2 weeks. So I probably will do an update for 2 or 3 weeks at once when I come back, if I choose to do that. It might be a lot of work, and I might choose not to. So we'll see. You want my boss? All right. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and yeah, let's get ready for Kingsguard week because people were complaining about this bracket. They ain't gonna be complaining about that one. Well, people are gonna be complaining a little bit because I already had people like, really, Arthur Dane versus Selmy? Yay! Why not? All right. You guys have a good one. Be sure to vote. Peace.